What is going on, brobats? Crobat for the win here today, bringing you a X and Y match versus IOUSlasher on YouTube. Pretty fun game. It was before I got a lot of my new pokes. This was some un-IV'd pokes that I was using, but they were still trained, I guess. So, oh well, not really a big deal. He leads with Klefki and gets a Thunder Wave off on my Choice Scarf Dragoon. Unfortunately, he's going to get the Parahax first turn. And not only that, my Scarf is null and void. Now he gets his Spikes up, which is really, really, really bad. We don't need entry hazards here. That's an awful thing. I do have Flamethrower though, which is pretty nice. He does switch into Aromatisse, something like that. I don't know how to say that exactly yet. I'll get it one day. I go into Free Hugs, which I actually use to this day because it is IV'd. That thing goes for Trick Room, and I just might be faster. I just might be faster because this thing is relaxed natured. I'm not 100% sure, but it seems pretty likely. He goes into his Myanmar, I think the thing's called. Something very close to that, if that's not it. Then I go for a Thunder Wave, which is kind of sort of bad because it's in a Trick Room. But honestly, I like the paralysis chance, and everything else on my team outspeeds it anyways. I go into... what's this thing called? Okay, I'm just blanking. Aegislash, that's what it is. Because I predicted the superpower. I just thought it was really too obvious. Now I go into this thing, Dragoon. Of course, he's going to go for the Night Slash and not the superpower. I took a chance, face the wind right here. Superpower. He can't get it off because he's fully paralyzed, and I can get a super effective U-turn off. Now I'm going to go into Talonflame when the dimensions return to normal. All part of my plan to get another U-turn off. Good game, Malamar. That thing's out. Alrighty, now I have to switch back out. I'm going to go back into Dragoon. Even though it's paralyzed, I don't mind using this thing possibly as Death Fodder if needed. His Venusaur goes for a Growth as I get off a... well, I don't even know what I go for, actually. It was Flamethrower. But still, I didn't get to get anything off. And unfortunately, his Sludge Bomb crit probably didn't matter, to be honest. That's kinda... eh. I go into Talonflame now to scare him away. Of course, he's going to go into Gliscor, and I go for the Flare Blitz. Nah, it actually does a good chunk, but, I mean, he can protect up and do all kinds of shenanigans. I'm not gonna stay in on that. I'm going to go into Ferrothorn now. He goes for Protect, just like I thought. I really don't want him to do... I don't want him to set up or anything crazy like that. We just don't want that. He goes for an Earthquake on Ferrothorn, which is fine. Ferrothorn takes that really well. I can set up my Stealth Rocks, get some leftovers recovery. He gets a little bit of his own recovery. It's really not that big of a deal. I have to kind of hope he doesn't have Sub, and it doesn't look like he does, because I'm sure he would have went for Sub if he had it. Now I'm going to go for the Leech Seed. That's just kind of a good play. I figure, hey, it's going to hit just about anything on his team, bar Venusaur, and I didn't think he was going to switch into Venusaur, because most don't carry Hidden Power Fire anymore. Alrighty, and I get a little bit of health back from that. Unfortunately, he's going to get a Paralyze off, but it's really not that big of a deal since Ferrothorn is already really slow. The 25% chance is going to be kind of annoying if it happens. Just have to hope it doesn't. But I know I have the upper hand here thanks to the Leech Seed. I'm going to predict a switch now and go for the Leech Seed. I think, maybe. I mean, that would be the smart thing to do. Hopefully. Nope, I don't. I go for Power Up and it misses. That was fail. I should have went for the Leech Seed there, looking back. Now he goes into Banette and Mega's up. Well, that's a thing. Then he substitutes, as I probably do something stupid like Thunder Wave. Unfortunately, he's going to disable, but thankfully he's going to disable only Thunder Wave and not anything vital to destroying this thing like Power Whip. And Power Whip does break the sub. There's no reason why it wouldn't. The nice thing is that that thing does not have recovery, and I'm paralyzed, so he can't use Will-O-Wisp. Not only that, Shadow Sneak is not going to do all that much, and he also gets Iron Barbs off, so Ferrothorn is just doing work. He's not even hitting half the time. This is fine. I'm perfectly okay with this. Paralyze is actually kind of helping, to be honest, even though I didn't hit that turn. It doesn't really matter. Ferrothorn, you're tanking hits like a champ here. Alright, now I get paralyzed. Oh well, that's life. He goes into Aromatisse thing, something like that, I don't even know. But I'm almost at full health, so that's nice. Thunder Wave is not disabled anymore, so he goes for a Moonblast. Maybe he predicted a switch, or maybe he was hoping for hacks. I don't even know. I don't know how a special attack fall would have helped him, unless it was my legendary Choice Specs Ferrothorn. I don't know. But now he goes for, I think he went for Psychic. He got a crit, but really didn't matter. I get a Power Whip off. Does a solid chunk, considering that thing is usually pretty defensive. I don't know if it's specially defensive or defensive, but even if it just has HP investment, that's going to do a lot of damage. Okay, I get another Power Up off as he goes for a Wish. Doesn't do as much this time. Min-max damage, not in my favor. Well, I'm honestly still okay with this. Ferrothorn is doing fine. I can switch out safely. I'm going to go into Talonflame, predicting a Moonblast. I know because of the fire typing, Talonflame can take that decently well, and it does. It gets, unfortunately, its health all the way back to nearly full, maybe a couple HP away. And here I actually predicted him to switch, so I roosted. Which is really bad because this thing is Choice Banded and he goes for a Psychic, and that's going to hurt a little bit. Oh well, I guess that's life. Make bad predictions, make good predictions. Choice Banded Roost really isn't that good. I mean, but it's kind of filler. I really thought he was going to switch there. Oh well. And now he goes for Moonblast again as I go back into Ferrothorn. I'm going to hopefully hit a Leech Seed this turn as he just goes for a Moonblast. I mean, the special attack fall he got didn't matter. Course. And I actually do get the Leech Seed off, which is pretty nice. You know, I think that thing has a pretty good HP stat. Hopefully, maybe. So I'll get some decent HP back. Yeah, indeed I do. Now he's going to go into Venusaur, probably predicting my other Leech Seed, another one. But unfortunately I'm paralyzed. I think I went for the Thunder Wave though, just to slow that thing down. So it would have been nice to get off on the Venusaur, but it wasn't really that required. Usually, like I said, those things don't carry Hidden Power Fire. They're usually too difficult to get. And here I go into Goodra, who is not Tony Danza. This is the old Goodra with bad IVs. This thing's retired now, so you'll never see it again. But it was still doing work this match, I guess. I get a Flamethrower off on that thing. His Sludge Bomb poisons Goodra. Just wow. Alright, this is why I stopped using this Goodra. It's just bad luck. It gets poison on it. And it's gonna die, basically. But at least it takes Venusaur down, so I guess it did something right. Alright, now he goes down in peace. This is the last match I ever use him. Ever. And he goes into Gliscor. I go into Talonflame. I'm just going to get a U-turn off. I know it won't do too much. But I know that also Flare Blitz and Brave Bird, they're not going to KO either. It's not worth staying in. I'm just going to go into Ferrothorn. Going to get hit by Spikes, unfortunately. But I learned that he has knockoff, so I'm very glad I didn't stay in with Talonflame now. I wouldn't have wanted my Choice Band knocked off. Ferrothorn can at least sort of function without the leftovers, I guess. I went for the Leech Seed there, hoping to get my pseudo leftovers recovery. But nope, now Ferrothorn dies. Oh well. That's how life goes sometimes. Que sera sera, obla di obla da. Rah. I don't know, I heard that somewhere. Anyways, I'm gonna go into Choice Scarf Gardevoir, hit him with a Moonblast. Unfortunately, it does not KO. That thing is bad special defense. How does that... How does that not KO? I lose my Choice Scarf, which I guess isn't the worst thing. I mean, it still functions about the same. It's going to be outsped by stuff, though. I have to just watch out for that, I guess. Goes into this thing, which is, well, I guess it really doesn't matter. It has Shadow Sneak. I'm going to switch out knowing that. I'm going to go into Aegislash. I was kind of hoping I could take a Shadow Sneak decently well and then get off one of my own. I actually take it decently well. That's why Aegislash is awesome. Now I go for a King's Shield, predicting another Shadow Sneak, and it's going to lose a bunch of attack, which is pretty awesome. Means this next Shadow Sneak will not do much. And now he goes for Disable, so he disables my what's it called? King's Shield, which is not that bad because I went for a Shadow Sneak. Alright, you can do that. Shadow Sneak is going to KO that thing, and I'm pretty sure I'm just going to get some leftovers recovery, but about half health. Goes into this thing, Aromatisse. I mean, I may as well just go for a Swords Dance. I honestly, at this time, I didn't know that only King's Shield sent you back into defensive form. Otherwise, oh no, I didn't have that. But I still didn't know that either. I thought it would have been sent back into defense form. This battle was a little while ago. But thankfully, I still live it because of the resistance, and I can get a Shadow Sneak off. It still doesn't do that much, implying that thing was probably defensive. That's quite okay, though. I have stuff to revenge it. Not worried in the slightest. I have this game if I just play my cards right here. I go into Gardevoir. So I was thinking, maybe I could use a Moonblast, maybe take it out from here. I'm lucky, and I actually do take it out. I was right, though. That thing was probably physically bulky. Now he goes into Klefki, which is his last Pokemon. He gets the Thunder Wave off. But this thing, because it was the one I got from the person in the city or whatever, I don't know, the one with the Mega Stone, well, it has Synchronized, so he gets paralyzed too. And then a Moonblast KOs. Then I ended up defeating this guy. It was IOUSlasher on YouTube. Pretty fun match. It was old, but regardless, I figured I was going to upload it. Well, anyways, now we have our question of the day. You know what? Why don't we just relax today? No more intense questions. How are you guys? Just answer that question. I mean, it's Christmas season, so you guys have to be doing decently well. I certainly feel pretty good. A couple days till Christmas. I don't know, maybe if you want to add what you might want for Christmas. I don't know, that might be a little bonus question. But how are you guys? How you guys doing in this almost New Year and Christmas season? Well, I guess that's pretty much it for today. I mean, this is probably my last upload until after Christmas when I have some more battles to narrate. I mean, I got a couple great ones at my Christmas stream yesterday. There's actually one where Mega Aggron goes beast mode. That's going to be a fun one to upload. From there, I've got a couple other odds and ends. I have one versus the Super Blah 411. Off my head, I can't remember all of them, but I have about 4 or 5 to upload at some point. I just need someone to record them. So I guess if you're a recorder, you could always contact me. That would be very nice. I have to record them, then narrate them, and that I have difficulty finding time for that. But that's okay. I do it anyways. Try to get at least an upload or 2 during the week. I guess that's pretty much it for today, though. Rate, comment, subscribe if you like this video, and very Merry Christmas to all of you. Or if you don't celebrate it, Happy New Year, good luck in the next year, all that kind of stuff. And once again, I guess that's it. Rate, comment, subscribe, Brobats. Peace out.